Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Convenient person to be blamed.
and me, Banshee. We're in a mood.
If something
at any
happens
rate-
and she says she didn't do it, automatically it means I did it, even if I didn't.
Wow.
Wow,
So who would have
indeed.
carried this on the show? But anyway, I've got a couple things to do here. I'll let Mr.
Me
O
too.
state his case. Dig in deeper. You guys. Seashell Shirley. I'm running a little bit late today. I had a crazy day. Got a lot of people here today. We're going to try to keep it rolling. Hi, Angel Rivera. I just caught your card of the day out there on Twitter. And that's it. I think I got everybody. And I'm just backing up Violet in case she's got to step out of the room. We're good. Hi, Violet. All right. I am going to use a nice deck for the collective. The Celebrity Spirit Oracle. All right. Hello, Tina. Hi, SP. So you got something too, eh? Well, I am using a new tablet here today, hoping I'm not having some of the same problems I had with the old one. And Mr. O now has my tablet, my other one. All right. Mr. O, please pick a card.
Oh, why don't you do it this time?
Oh, no, I think you should.
No, I think you should.
I think you should.
Nah.
Come on. Do it for the team. Come on, what do you got?
There is no I in team.
What do you got? Ooh, it's Prince. What number is Prince, Mr. O?
It's one of those indefinable things, like, you know, when he did
What
that thing with
is
his
the
symbol.
number, Mr. O?
Well, you ought to like this. It's number 9.
Yay, he's got my number? Wow. Okay.
Everyone's got your number.
Prince, shine and be free. All right.
Oh, this one's coming home with me then.
All right. There's interesting stuff here. There's the message and the meaning. I think I'm going to read the meaning. This is a very interesting oracle. There's a channeled message that the psychic medium got who did the deck. There's information on Prince, and then there's the meaning of the card. And the meaning is, if you have chosen this card, it may be reinvention time. Dig deep within and find the passion and expression to connect intimately and intuitively with the cosmic force of the universe and all its beauty. Learn to connect to the intangible forces with your awareness of the unseen forces, such as touch, taste, sight, hearing, and smell. All your 5 senses, as they are a part of who you are as a soul. This will help open up your spiritual and creative awareness and allow you to go further inside for a deeper connection to everything around you, which, when set free, can be quite extraordinary. Once you have mastered and honored your unique abilities, nothing in life will ever be the same. You'll be like a beautiful flower after the rain as your energy explodes and opens up to many new, intangible, and external forces. Well, you know, Prince is certainly somebody who had reinvented himself. And, you know, his talents were so broad. I mean, he really, you know, made a lot of other people shine, you know, by writing music or lyrics to their songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
much-
And you,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we all missed it, Mr. Maurice, but thank you very much for your donation.
Oh,
It went across the screen and nobody noticed it. But it was still there. It's like that tree falling in the forest thing.
but you did see it this time, and that's what counted.
No,
Oh.
none of us saw it. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Doggone it.
Nice try.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll be right back. Thank you,
I
Mr.
think so.
Maurice.
Thank you, Mr. M. So, a nice card. Anyway, this is a pretty interesting deck. I'm kind of liking it. All right. Okay. I have other decks here as well. I have something called the Heart Oracle. Well, actually, Healing Heart Oracle. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. And the Realist Oracle as well. All right. So let's get started. And I think we are starting with Estelle. Hey, Estelle.
Hi, Estelle. I'm going to start the timer.
And it's okay.
Who is the man? Who is my destiny? Do I know him? Got it. Thank you, Violet. Do you see that? How do you want to do it?
Who's the man who is my destiny? Do I know him? Well, yeah, let's think about this. I think, why don't you use your deck? One of your
Okay,
decks.
I'm going to use the final Rose Tarot.
Excellent. Okay, so how about one thing we can do?
Hi, Sunny.
Let me look at that again. Who's the man who is my destiny? Do I know him? Let's throw 3 cards, but let's do the first card as a court card. In other words, keep going until you get a court card. And then the other 2 will just follow.
All right.
Ooh, I've got a doctor's appointment early in the morning tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up for it. Hi, Foxy Empress Aries. All right. Dig deep.
I may have to.
Oh, ha ha. That's funny.
You know, usually we get these right away.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's okay.
And it's the Queen of Rings, or Pentacles.
Okay, that's all right. That it's a queen. Next 2 cards.
The Three of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords.
Wow, so you had 2 people cards just to mess with me. And I just dropped one of the Lenormand. Hang on. I drew them this way.
Okay.
All right. The Queen of Pentacles, right?
Yes.
And the 3 of Pentacles.
Right.
I think this person, I'm not sure if you've met them yet. I'm not sure if we can answer that here. Maybe we can do a timing thing on that as well. I have a feeling, I don't know, I have a distinct feeling you may not have met them yet. The Queen of Pentacles is, and especially since it took so long to get to these court cards, that's why I'm thinking that. But the Queen of Pentacles, it's indicating to me that this person has a lot of common sense about them, They're very practical. Also, though, they are very, very generous with their time, with their energy. They seem to just be very, very conscious of their own, what's good for themselves, and looking out for what's good for others at the same time. I'll stop there if you want me to.
It's the Queen of Pentacles, so they are highly creative personality, highly productive personality. So they could be an entrepreneur type of personality, somebody who's able to just sort of be creative like that. Maybe they are in charge of a company or in charge of a business.
Well, bam. Because when I see that Three of Pentacles, I'm thinking in terms of leadership of a company, a corporation, or, some team. They have a lot of an ability to get people to work together. I feel that's their strength. And also that could be a strength in a relationship too, so that they would just be really a team player.
Well, I almost wondered if, like you, I thought they have not met yet. This is not somebody but maybe you would meet them through some sort of team association, a work, a job, some connection maybe where you have experience with that person for whatever reasons. I'm not saying that's absolutely true, but I just sort of feel that idea there maybe.
And I don't know, the Queen of Swords, I was trying to debate. I really feel strongly that the Queen of Pentacles is relating to the business just to them. I'm sorry, as a person. And that was another qualifier there. The Queen of Swords, I wonder here if this isn't, something about, too, the way that they're determined to make the appropriate decisions, what's right for them, what's fair. They're very fair and just-minded people. I think this reading is mostly describing the who, and slightly if you have met them yet, because I don't think you have. Go ahead.
Oh, you blindsided me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I feel that maybe you haven't met them yet. I almost wonder, too, if it's possible that there's a family connection, like maybe they are actually a distant relation, a several times cousin, or they're somehow known to an aspect of your family, something like that. I'm getting a slight tinge with that, which could maybe talk about the teamwork connection in a way.
Maybe they work with a family member.
Okay, there's a thought. Yeah.
That's a thought. I don't know.
Now, in this case, too, the idea of the Queen of Swords as being very deciding personality, too, I almost feel like this goes along with the sight that maybe the way the destiny happens is that it is a destiny moment, that maybe something happens and then all of a sudden you meet because you have other connections that would draw you towards each other, whether it's a work connection, a family connection, or something like that. So I think that could be a way it happens.
Well, it's interesting to me when I see that tree and the scythe together. I can see where this could indicate family, but it's making me wonder too if this person isn't going to be somebody who comes from another relationship that ended in divorce. I just wonder here because, that's family and that's like cutting ties.
A widower?
Huh? Yeah. Well, yes, it could be that as well. It's just where somehow, they are separated or removed from, their family or, maybe a spouse in their, the family that they had created.
Well, That may be about the best we can do, Estelle, because a lot of this is very subjective.
It is subjective. Some of the cards just sort of ring to the fact, though, that you haven't met them yet. And I think that there is some connection here. I don't know if you'll meet them through a family member, like, possibly Mr. O said they could be way, way distant in the family, but I don't know if you'll meet them through the family or if they themselves are cutting ties with the family. So, maybe some of this stuff has not played out in their life yet.
Wondering about that.
Well, let's see what the timing cards have to say. And I'm not giving a money back guarantee on the timing cards. But they are interesting sometimes. Okay, well. Anytime from by the time of the next season to 8 months from now, it's possible this person might appear in your life.
Interesting.
I would take the later end of that, and it's largely because we have, pentacles here, which, by the way, could indicate that this person is an earth, a down-to-earth earth sign. But we have a lot of pentacles here, and so it could indicate a little bit of a sluggishness, which means I would think this may not happen till, the better part of the 8 months. And that's what we have for you, Asal. Good luck with that. And we are on Angel Mary. Hi, Angel Mary.
Angel Mary asks, was Fatah the one who talked badly about me to Tufik and create the problem between me and him?
Okay. How do you want to do that? Yes, no?
I don't know.
Let's do a yes, no.
All right, your deck.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that. 3 aces. Got it on the 13th card. The last
Then you're going to
one.
love what I have. So there's 3 aces, which generally means from our tarot reading point of view.
Definitely yes.
All our normal disclaimers, this is a snapshot in time, blah, blah, blah. But 3 aces means it's a definite yes. And
let's just say he probably had a role in it.
And in the Lenormand, I have the key and the snake.
Wow.
And so it may be that something deceptive is at the root of this, the key of it.
Well, either he was trying to deceive, Tuik, or, this is the key is that he betrayed you. The snake can be about a betrayal as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I like what you said. Deception is definitely part of the game.
Sure.
So I don't know. I think this is just a very direct answer. We don't often get the 3 aces or no aces. So when we get that.
And we pull them simultaneously. So the idea that I got those 2 cards, it's kind of telling.
Yeah, it just fits. So, I'm not going to say for certain that he had, that it was the total reason, but let's just say that he may have had a role in this, Absolutely, it looks that way. So, sorry to tell you that, Angel Mary, but your suspicions may be correct.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
And is it Mr. Marie's turn?
I believe so.
All
Thanks
right.
again, Mr. M. I see you said it scrolled on the screen, so I guess...
Lately, I think there's a timer that scrolls it real fast. I have to see if I can play around with that because I would like it to dance around.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to see it. But then again, I look away a lot, so I was doing stuff here.
You're welcome,
Right.
Angel Mary, and hello to Florence. And Mr. Maurice asks, what do the cards see for him in general for the next 4 weeks? So I'm going to use my English Magic Tarot for that. Yeah, I think there's a setting for those animations, but I got to go into another program to do it. I've been dreading having to do it because I do think I need to do an overhaul there. We used to get nicer little animations when either people donated or when they subscribed, or I think those were the main 2.
Okay, what does the card see for me in general? Next 4 weeks. All right.
First card is the 7 of Coins. And then the 6 of Coins. And then the Page of Coins. So you have all coins or pentacles.
Interesting, and they're all upright?
And they're all upright.
That's a good sign.
In the Lenormand, the heart, love. And the house. Home is where the heart is, right?
Well, and this is a general reading for the next 4 weeks, so
Okay.
it may be separate from the 3 cards. It's hard to say. Maybe all the cards are separate, but let's take a look at them. Maybe we should tackle them. Do you see a pattern there? I was thinking of tackling them one-on-one.
I haven't really seen that pattern just yet.
All right. Let's start then at the beginning. Let's
Okay.
begin at the beginning. It's the 7 of Coins. Mr. M, this is a period of really kind of, either stepping back or pulling back a little bit to reassess, your plans, if things are on track. What more do you need to do to make things start flowing smoothly? And this is likely, I think, in your financial or, career affairs.
I agree with that. I feel that maybe the emphasis is a little bit on rest at this time, just prior to maybe going bald in a way, like sort of gathering your strength in a way, maybe reassessing things or looking at some things. So it could be that, whether you've indicated it or not, there may be something that is a little bit planning right now or is a little bit gestating,
Yeah, it's almost like you're maybe waiting for something to happen or develop. And, maybe you feel you've done everything you can. And now it's kind of like the farmer that's usually depicted in this card. Now it's up to nature, or the earth to do its things and see if the crops are going to grow. So it's sort of that analogy.
6 of Coins.
6 of Coins. So this is also a time where it seems as though, that maybe you will find that you are moving in a better direction because things are starting to flow a bit. There's movement. There's an even exchange. There's a give and take that seems to be evening out for you now.
Well, I almost feel like the Six of Coins coincides with the heart in the house, and I'm wondering if you've been thinking about something you need to do to beautify or change or repair, renovate around your home or your belongings. So there's this outlay of money, but it's all about, something you really care about, your home. And I feel like that could play into the Seven of Coins, the previous card too, because maybe you've been waiting for this time, or this plan is going to, something will kind of push it forward a little bit more. Maybe, some of the financial planning you've been working on, or something could happen.
Well, I'm not going to connect those two,
right.
But let's move on. That's the page of coins upright, and that means that, it just seems as though things are progressing during these 4 weeks. Perhaps the page of coins is heralding some good financial news that will be coming to you. It could also indicate maybe a new opportunity to bring in more income, whether it's seeing a job that you want to apply for, or there might be some movement in your career. I'm not sure, but it's definitely some better financial news, possibly bringing with it, a new beginning.
I'm wondering if you are doing new things around your home, or if you're planning on doing new things, that some of this could be about a sense of an aesthetic or beauty that you're also trying to embrace too, that maybe you're thinking of something in terms of a certain kind of style, and you want to be sort of a student of that. You want to sort of approach that in a tone of learning and being able to see your way to doing something with it. Just a thought there.
Yeah, with the Lenormand, I think I want to go in a different direction and just say that...
The second part says possible.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think with the Lenormand, I feel here that this is just a different story, and this is just saying, your home is where your heart is right now, or will be in these next 4 weeks. I feel there's a lot of comfort, a lot of security, a sense of just, feeling good being at home, maybe with those you love.
Even if these aren't connected to what I said about that card, it's clear that it is about that too, and that may be independent of that, or that maybe this is a time where you're really going to try to appreciate that, try to find more nurturing coming to you from having a more relaxed view about, your home life. That a lot of times we may carry the baggage from our work and other lives with us around, but home should be a sanctuary where you can kind of check those bags at the door and, kind of put your feet up.
And so, just to recap the 3 cards, I get this distinct feeling, after pulling back and reassessing things, you're going to find, I sense you're going to get on a path that's going to really even things out more, where you'll find a better flow for your finances, your money. It just seems like everything's starting to even out, and new opportunities seem to be sprouting up for you. I don't know.
It's probably really because you're starting the idea, or the 4 weeks, with the idea of letting some things kind of set back a little bit, and maybe let them resonate with you, and then proceeding forward after you've kind of taken a better measure of them.
That's what we have for you. Boy, it looks like some positive energy here now, so I wish you luck with that, Mr.
That would be great.
And A is up, I think. Let me make sure. Yes, AA. Mm-hmm. And you're welcome, Angel Mary.
Getting rid of the clutter. It's a good time, especially between now and early September. Somebody tells me that's a good time to declutter. I'm not sure what the connection is. It might be something about sun moving into Virgo, maybe.
And it's strongly on my mind here. And hopefully I'll actually be able to put some of that into action. I plan on doing some clutter control really soon. And while Mr. O is getting water or whatever, I want to remind everybody that This next Thursday will be our last show for 1 week. Mr. O is going to be gone. Next Thursday will be our last live show until until
The 20th.
The 20th,
Sunday
August
the
20th. We think we're going to be able to do a live show that Sunday. But Mr. O is taking a trip, so we are going to have a week off where I'll be working on clutter. So, all right. So keep that in mind.
So miss us.
I know. Miss us, and then just come back on Sunday. We'll be ready.
But that starts right the 13th through the 19th.
Correct. 13th through the 19th, no shows. Maybe Mr. O will put up a nice little promo for that. All right.
Having fun in Cancun. No, I'm not going to Cancun.
So is AA here? Did they leave a question that I missed, Violet?
I don't believe they left a question, but
Okay.
I'm going to take a quick scroll back. And just for everybody, just a reminder that if you are going to venture away while you're waiting for the Gabby tarot readers, you should consider leaving your question because we will do it then in order of when you appear in the chat room. You may have to navigate backwards in the video to find it. But it will guarantee you get the reading. If you do leave and you're not here when we call for you, we may have to put you at the end of the queue and you may not even get the reading back. We're not sure how that'll work.
Well,
There's
we've had
AA.
very minor breaks before title. This is our first big
Okay,
break.
we have it. What prevents Cancer from being with Capricorn?
This is our first big break in 5 years.
Well, 4.
By the way, tomorrow's our anniversary. We've got 4 full years tomorrow. We'll be starting our 5th year.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So there's AA's question.
Mm-hmm. I see
Thank you,
it.
Mr. Maurice. Don't encourage her. I'm afraid she's going to grab my clutter and remove it. Oh, I don't know where that is.
I'm thinking about it strongly. He'll be gone.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice.
Nothing is off limits. Of course, I'll be dealing with my stuff. Don't worry.
I don't trust you.
Trust schmust.
I can't figure out how to redo this.
Well, we used to know.
There we go. Okay. The timer.
All right.
Sonny saw that.
How's that Lenormand going?
As good as you. Thank you, Tina.
What prevents Cancer from being with Capricorn?
Thank you, Salad Girl. Yes.
The Hanged Man reversed. The Queen of Pentacles upright. I love this Judgment card. Judgment upright.
In the Lenormand, our slithery friend the snake has reappeared, followed by the bouquet.
Well, let's just say Rome wasn't built in a day. This clutter problem won't disappear overnight. I can work at it for a week and I'll just barely make a dent probably.
40 years or more in the making.
That's right. Some of this stuff we've carted from home to home. Anyway, all right. So the Hanged Man reversed. So what is keeping Cancer from Capricorn, being with Capricorn? Well, there could be some ego issues. There could be some unwillingness to make some changes or, look at things maybe through a different perspective.
It's kind of interesting because the two cards that frame the middle, the Hanged Man reverse and Judgment, sort of indicates that maybe there was an inability for people to really balance their ego with each other's ego and or their concerns. So somebody may have been trying to be that peacemaker. The Queen of Pentacles is a person that tends to want to have, comfort and a sense of peace or space there. So maybe there were questions here about personal spaces. Maybe that's what prevents it, is that one or the other wants a personal space that the other doesn't necessarily feel is appropriate, or that the sense of it is problematic for some reason.
Well, I just went with the one
clues may be
card, but
there.
as I look at the I'll get to the Judgment card in a minute. That Queen of Pentacles was interesting to me, and I was trying to figure that out. So what is preventing? I don't know. Maybe it's I could look at this two ways, really, but I don't know. Maybe there's somebody else in the picture. I was wondering if somebody else was in the picture that they cared about more. I'm just going to throw that out there. But another thing the Queen could indicate to me is that somebody was just looking out for their own, what they felt was their own interests, their own well-being, and in a way that ties in with the ego card. I have a feeling, Hope, though, here, that what this is saying is they were putting their ego and their comfort needs before the needs of the relationship, and in a sense, that's why I think Judgment is here. There really needed to be this whole
Realignment.
a realignment, thank you, in this relationship. And I think that that's what was needed and maybe did not happen. I think this person, the can't, well, one of the people just seemed almost like they were too good to be true, and that there was some problems underneath. They were kind of more self-oriented and ego-driven.
The too good to be true maybe hid, a selfish nature. I feel that combines those two there. And I feel that what I said earlier could still, have some validity. The idea that a sense of personal spaces was involved in this, but then that makes the idea of somebody else look more suspicious. Like, why did they need personal space? Were they being deceptive about some other realities? So it is kind of interesting.
Hi, Tanya. I've added you to the list. When Violet pops back, she'll get you on. 2, 3, 4.
All right. So I think that's what we have, right?
Yep. That's what we have for you. Wish
Thanks,
you luck with
AA. Everyone wants to declutter.
I think we'll take 2 more names, and that will be it. After Tanya, 2 or 3 more names at the most.
So who is next then?
Next on the list
Shirley?
is Seashells, I think.
Oh, Seashells?
Let me double check. I want to check.
Seashells is
yes,
next.
Seashells it is.
Hi, Seashells. Peace to you, AA.
Positive change in finance for August. Thank you. They want to know if there's a positive change.
Alrighty, I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot.
Okay.
That's it, Sonny. Move the stage away. Release the Kraken!
Look at that tail creeping up there. I'm seeing it just now on my screen.
You are close. I think you're right after Seashells, actually.
Surely
Banshee,
am. Yeah, you're right
correct me.
after Seashells.
So don't go away.
Okay.
All right, and here's the cards for Seashells. And the first card is the Page of Wands. I was thinking it was the Princess, but they don't have a Princess. And of course, they're very pastel, so they're not going to show up incredibly well. But the Page of Wands is reversed.
Okay.
the Devil, which is upright,
Ooh.
and the Fool, which is upright.
Well, that's interesting considering what I've got.
Okay. If you want to leave us your question now, Tanya, and we'll just get to it in order, and then you can come back after you've charged a little bit or, whatever. People do that. Because normally with a long list, we'll call for you, and we'll give you a few minutes, but if you're not around, we may have to move on. So leave your question if you don't mind. And the next card in Lenormand was the Stork. So the Bear and the Stork.
Sort of an interesting situation here. So this is the Page of Wands reversed.
Yes.
So you're wondering about a positive change in finance for August. Well, we're not off to a great start, are we here? It seems as though, are you worried about, either not enough, if you're in business for yourself, not enough business coming in? Are you worried about not finding a job? Because it seems as though there's been some delays and some disappointments in business or in career, possibly. The Devil River upright seems to indicate, too, that you feel as though really, like this is holding you. You feel stuck. You almost feel like you might be trapped in some way, still leading into August here, because now August has begun. And I think what this is saying is that you may have to do something outside the box with the Fool here to break free from this, So in other words, if you are, for example, if you are job seeking, what you might want to do is try for jobs you wouldn't normally try, or try a different approach that you wouldn't normally do. Something different, something bold, something a little bit risky to try to shake things up again. And that here is evident with the Lenormand. You've got the Stork, which indicates kind of a new beginning. A new beginning may be coming to you, if you really try to find your power again, regain your power and your confidence in yourself. This situation here has been very sapping of that. So, if you have a lot of power and control, you should be able to enact the change and take the different approach that you need.
Well, the positive change will probably rely a lot upon yourself just kind of sticking through it in a way. And that, I agree with Banshee, that Page of Wands sort of says perhaps that August is just sort of starting off with blah news or not overwhelmingly good news. It's not that it's bad news, but it just seems like there's things that are causing delays. I'm wondering if that's tied up in the sense of the Devil. The Devil maybe is sort of like somebody who could stifle you in certain ways. So it could be your own self. You might be stifling yourself. Maybe you have a boss or somebody who stifles you from your ambition. Somebody who says, oh no, Seashells, you don't want to try for that job because blah, blah, blah reasons. So somebody who stifles your ambitions in a way, something like that.
And it could just very well be the situation is what's doing
Sure,
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right, it could be the situation, but there could be externals too. And so to me, if that's externals, then this is probably more like Banshee indicates your internals. The idea of the Fool is maybe being able to see yourself free to take a chance and to sort of find yourself more confident of yourself. And of course, you do have to really honestly feel that way. You can't fake it. You can't fake it till you make it on that one. So you have to really maybe take some time in August and do that self-examination. But the good news is that, to me, and maybe Banshee, the Lenormand does maybe indicate something is going to happen in August. It may be a new opportunity for a job, or it may be something new that is an unexpected source of revenue or opportunity. And I feel it could be money itself, because sometimes symbolically the bear, has financial connotations. So good luck.
And by the way, I just wanted to remind you that the first card we drew for the collective was Prince, and it was all about reinventing yourself, And so in a sense, when I see that Fool in this card, it's talking about reinventing yourself in some way to make things happen. So, do something radical, do something different. Take a chance. Take a chance on yourself. Go for something, big. Sometimes they say go big or go home. Good luck with that, seashells.
You're welcome. I hope that was helpful.
And Shirley, what you got for us? Let's see.
Hi, Shirley.
Is E the Pisces?
Sure, Libra. We're getting near that list, though.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's check that out with E. Use this. Hi, Libra. Yeah, you can get in. You're getting close to the bottom now. I think 1 or 2 more, Violet, and that's it.
No, the spin is over. We're not doing that anymore. That was just for July. If you're on our other social media, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X,
Twitter. I call it Twitter still.
We're working up something else, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. So if you're on those medias with us, and it's always the same, TFT, Tarot for Today, we will be offering something there for August, because it's our anniversary month.
Thanks for posting your question, Tanya. That'll ensure we'll do it for you if you disappear because of the phone. All right. All right, let's check into this E situation. Oh boy. Well, we have the 5 of Pentacles upright. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. But we have the Sun upright. I'm going to be scratching my head on this one.
We have the Rider and the Birds.
Well, there may still be some interest here. I'm not going to rule that out, but I'm not sure he's ready to really be, expressing that per se. The 5 of Pentacles here sort of indicates still this feeling, whether it's on your part, I think, or on his part, that he's just, one of you is looking for where they really belong right now and feeling a sense of feeling isolated. That could be you, wondering why isn't E paying attention to me? Is E interested still or not? I get the feeling that might be you in this situation, just feeling like, that there's still no movement here. And I'm going to go on to the second card and stop there. But the King of Pentacles reversed is just making me think this person, is very careless with, I feel, with matters of the heart, I know he's the King of Pentacles, but I think some of the qualities of the Pentacles are that, they can be a little bit careless. They can be a little bit disorganized. They can be a little bit scattered. And so I really don't think that they're in the mindset right now to really pay attention.
It's like his little black book.
Uh-oh.
The pen broke or the ink went all over and it's just a mess and he can't see what's going on in his book. He's not organized. That's it. And so in terms of, carrying on a successful relationship, he doesn't get all the finer points. I still sort of feel that he feels he's on the outside, or he seems to be on the outside of things. And to me, it's not really clear if he's looking to come inward. He may like the sense of being adrift in a way, or not tethered. I feel the Sun is more likely you is saying that you can shine on your own, and that maybe you should consider, if you don't want to reach out to him just because, it just doesn't feel right to you for whatever reason. This could just be saying, like, the horse, to me, is almost like it's saying, kiss my rear, I'm moving on. Like the horse is ready to gallop off, so that's...
Well, maybe. I can't rule out that this won't have a happy ending because the sun is here. But I would say when I'm looking at the rider and the birds, that kind of makes me worried a little bit here. That either he's moving on and he is trying to connect with other people. I see that here, as definitely what may be going on. But, does that mean that he's totally written you off? I'm not sure.
I'm not either, because you're saying that he talked to you about moving to your state. And I forgot about that part, that you weren't exactly in proximity. This is the talk about movement. Birds is communication. So in some sense, that is that. But maybe what it's saying is that it's still going to be talking away.
Hey,
hi, Victoria.
Victoria.
Good morning to you. We
can add you. I think one more, Violet, and we will close the list. Okay?
So I don't know, maybe it is just talk at this point. It's not clear to me if it might go beyond that, or maybe it will involve more talk. Like maybe he has, because it's a big move to another state. So maybe he has to really, and maybe that's where some of the slip-shoddy stuff comes in, is like maybe he's a little bit nervous or anxious about something that would be a big move in a way.
The sun is here, and that's why I can't totally say that this is hopeless. But a lot of these cards are really making me wonder if he isn't trying to move on. And so I would just say, you finally are going to have to set some boundaries for yourself at some point here and decide, yeah, I'm being patient, but am I being overly patient now? Set some kind of even if you can't follow it, set some kind of deadline for yourself, set some line. And once that line is crossed, it's time to, really consider your future now.
With everything else we said, I still sort of feel that the sun indicates, you could be moving on to something better.
I can't argue with that. I can't. It's possibly true. So, looking at these two cards, this just doesn't, and the fact that personally, I think this one's talking about you more than him. I think this is really talking about him. I almost feel like, you might be able to do better than this. So, I wish you luck with this, Shirley. Good luck.
Good luck, Shirley.
And Tina, I think is up. Let me make
Tina
sure.
Is up. Well, that whole thing about blocking, I don't know.
When you used to talk every day, something's up. And I can't help but wonder, there's the rider and the birds, like I said, and I almost feel like he is maybe moving to commiserate with others right now.
All right, hey, Tina.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, yeah.
What does Spirit want me to know about Robert? All right, let's see what we see. What do you want to do with your deck?
Okay, I'm going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot.
Okay.
I like this one.
Ooh, some big changes
welcome,
around
Shirley.
here. I've got a new tablet. Mr. O's got a tablet now. And I hope works well for him for a while before we have to replace it again. I've got to get a new case for it, though. I don't have a case for it yet. It just came from Amazon. I ordered one.
You're welcome, Shirley.
And I got a case that has a keyboard with it. I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, but I'm going to try it.
Okay, so Tina asked, what does Spirit want to know about Robert the Gemini? He went silent after misunderstanding. Am I going to hear from him eventually? So the first card is the Ten of Cups, and it's upright.
Well, that's a nice card.
It's a pretty card, pretty butterfly. The next card is the reverse Seven of Swords.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the final card is the moon.
Wow, that's totally
Interesting, eh?
mixed up there. And that's maybe why I've got this card.
The house. And choices. Well, it looks like it's a long way to the house there through those winding roads there.
It is interesting to have the Ten of Cups in the house because that almost sounds like a happy ending, of some sort here. The Ten of Cups is happiness and joy, between people. And it's a really, really positive card for relationships, Sometimes this indicates a relationship that could, end up in marriage, etc. But we do have, and I don't know that we have necessarily challenging cards here, but I think it's really interesting to have this card and then to have this ambiguity because I feel it is a little bit ambiguous. Number one, to me, the Seven of Swords indicates truths being revealed, truths coming out, finding out what you need to know about someone, okay? But then we have the moon, and the moon to me is about mysteries and trying to reveal them and secrets that you do not know. Does this mean that these secrets will finally be revealed as to why, there hasn't been, communication after a misunderstanding? Will the truths of the misunderstanding come out and, change things for the better? I mean, it kind of looks that way, but I'm not totally sure.
It is a kind of weird thing. I mean, I really like the opening. The Ten of Cups
Yeah.
speaks mostly to kind of like a family sense of unconditional love or happiness. Things just seem to be well met, everything is enjoyable. But the next two cards really are kind of hard to put together because when I look at that, and of course the images, the Santa Muerte has some kind of stark images, but it's like something that was buried that's coming out of the ground. So it's like it's a long buried secret, but maybe there's more to the secret than what is being shown. Maybe there's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, blah, blah, blah. So this could be saying that Robert has a heavy duty secret or reason that he wants to keep things mysterious. The moon itself could just be somebody
He's
who wants
holding back.
Yeah.
He's holding back, but I almost feel as though the reasons are going to come out, It's kind of like when the Seven of Swords is reversed, sometimes it has, depending on the cards around it too, I feel, it has a negative connotation of, somebody who's like an imposter or somebody who's been playing tricks on others, or somebody even who's a criminal, it all comes out. Truths are revealed, you're busted, etc. It has that kind of connotation.
Will you stop? It's an exhumation.
And with the moon here, see, that's what I'm saying. He's hiding something, and it needs to come out. And maybe that's the way I need to read this, to be honest with you. Some information really needs to come out that he has been hiding, and maybe it will. And that will determine whether you reach this happy ever after kind of state or not. So I'm just not sure. I almost feel like you will talk again. But
what do these ones mean then?
Well, I think that what this is saying to me is that I want to look at the nature of the question again. Spirit wants you, okay, because it was also about spirit. And I feel Spirit wants you to make the choices that are right for you, for your comfort, for your security, for your peace of mind. Because that's
Spirit
what the
wants
house
you
is
to
all
arrive
about.
there.
Yeah.
Right?
So whether it is Robert and waiting on Robert or realizing there's something really deep and wrong going on here, you may be finding this happy ever after somewhere else. I know this isn't giving you a super definitive answer, but I will say that I really do think you will hear from him eventually. And something's going to be revealed. Whether it's the whole truth or not, because of that moon, I can't really say. I wish you luck with that.
All right, Tina.
I think I will enjoy it. I've never had a a tablet with a keyboard. That'll be interesting. And of course, what I didn't realize is now I have to go to Bluetooth headphones because these new iPads do not have the plug for headphones.
Angel Rivera. And I need the Lenormand back.
Oh, I am sorry. Here you go. Hey, Angel Rivera.
Yeah, it's hard to say, I realize this is dealing more in the friendship level, but there's something that maybe they're just not able to talk to you about. And maybe it, could represent other things. It maybe isn't necessarily like it's a deep, dark secret, but it's just something that they're not comfortable sharing.
Well, I hope you can too. Good luck with that.
You're welcome.
You got a key? Oh, it's the keypad. Well, also acts as a stand. Oh, that's cool.
Ah, yes, you can.
Yes, Santa Muerte. Okay, I was going to use the... That's okay, go ahead.
No, at last somebody wants a deck that I have.
Oh, you've made Mr. O so happy. Give me that, Lenormand. Well, why don't you do top and bottom? Since Angel's made you so happy.
My Spanish is no longer good enough to know all of that.
I've retained some.
I didn't know that about La Flaca. La Flaca.
Ah.
So do I cut them?
Yeah. Just do your normal and then top and bottom card.
Okay, well, it's not like I watch you when you do this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we'll do the top one first. It's the Tower, and it's upright. So, the Tower says that maybe there's, a challenge that will really... Let me look at that. This is interesting because it looks like the old picture of, the perspective thing where it looks like they're just... I can't think of that word. What is that word? You know what that word is. The artist that does the thing where the stairs all just seem to keep going.
Oh, shoot.
There's
I can't think of him either. Oh, yeah, you mean the art form?
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, and I know this, but I can't think of it right now. I have a deck that's based on that artwork. I mean, that style of art.
Ecker, thank you. I knew it was E. Thank you.
Escher,
thank you. Thank you, Angel. Thank you.
But what is the art?
Don't scream at me.
Art, I guess. I don't know.
Don't scream at me. Okay, so it's the Tower, and it's upright, and it's the first card. So I think this is saying really there's an interesting challenge that will maybe make you feel like you'll question reality, and it may be that you're not going to get through it the way you think you are, but what you do take back from that should be important enough for you to understand, why it was there in the first place.
Well, if something's not broke, they say don't fix it. But sometimes things are broke and they just need to be fixed. So this is the case with the Tower, It's time to, to let something fall. Let something fall away that just hasn't been working out right for you, Take the lessons that you have learned from this and move on. Is it going to be some kind of workplace crisis? Maybe. Is it some crisis on the home front? Maybe. Is it just a matter of maybe something that you've been hoping for to work out for you, some goal you've wanted to work out, you've been working on? It just needs to be maybe let go.
The Escher idea makes me feel like it challenges you in a way because you just sort of feel like it fits even though it shouldn't, or it doesn't fit even though it should. So anyways, moving on to the bottom card.
Okay, that's it. The list is closed after Fire Spawn. Thank you, Violet. I've got Lenormand here, though, Angel. And they are interesting.
Now, that's a word I know, Gordita.
Well, what's your second card?
Why, thank you for asking.
I've been waiting.
You were
cards
talking.
and it's
You were
taken
talking when I
forever.
was ready to put it out there. You started talking. It's the Empress, and it's upright also.
The Emperor?
Empress.
So, letting this go would be good for your own for your own well-being, for your own sense of feeling self-care. And also, it could be opening new creative doors for you. When things crumble away, there's always something new that's ready to sprout forward. And so I feel here with the Empress, growth is assured regardless of this fail. You're growing in knowledge and wisdom from going through this process, even if it fails. We learn a lot from failure.
What we learn from failure too is that maybe it's best to take care of what is closest and most germane to our interest. And I like this because I think in this own way it sort of is like an avatar of Santa Muerte too, in a way too, the Empress. So here we are with choices again. And the sun. So the sun influences the choices.
So, your success lies on the choices you make. And that's the thing about the tower. People hold on to that tower even if, it's crumbling around them. So your choice is to hang on to something that's a lost cause, or to find your success by letting it go, making that appropriate choice to let it go. There's success in that. And I like the Empress being here. I do. I just feel, and I see you said you had that for your own draw today for yourself. And I feel that that's just a sign that, your self-care is important. And, also, like I said, you're going to learn a lot, and it might open other creative ideas for you, once you let this go.
Well, choices is also the letterman known as the crossroads. And the interesting thing is when I look at the tarot and all these different staircases, the Escher thing, it's sort of like it's a crossroads too in a way. So it resonates very strongly that maybe this is really about taking what you can use to successfully make changes or confront changes, learn new things, etc.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Angel. Thank you.
All right. We're on Shaylee.
Hi, Shaylee. Thank you, Angel.
You're very welcome.
So remind everybody, we're back here on Sunday. It'll be our last show for a week. Or no, that's actually in 2 weeks. So we're here on Sunday. We're also here on Happy Hour, which is going to be this Saturday. Can't find it. There it is. Saturday. We are here for Happy Hour Saturday.
It's just a single card positive message from Spirit. We take no questions, but we give you a positive message to brighten your day. Join us.
And that's
It's fun.
10 a.m. Saturday mornings. Tomorrow is my emotional exchanges, and that's specifically about relationship, romance, love questions. It's not a live show. I just do a reading for each of the elemental signs of the zodiac, asking what's coming towards you, why it's important, and where will it lead to. Tomorrow at
Did we
7
get a
a.m.
question from Shaylee?
No, I don't think we did. I'll look back and see. No. Let's give them a moment, but I don't think they're here. They only said hello is what it looks like. Shaylee, are you here? We're going to give you just a moment while I talk about another show or mention the fact that we are so grateful to our moderator, Violet Lotus, taking charge of our list and writing down the questions and helping us out with that.
All right, last call for Shaylee.
Also, the weird week on Mondays at 9 a.m. But yeah, I think we have to move on from Shaylee, so let's Let's do the countdown and get it going.
Yep, let's count down.
All right, who's up?
Next person is SP.
SP is up, and SP did leave us their question.
Okay.
She's putting it in. C's opinion of SP at work.
At work, okay.
All right.
So sort of about work, got it. Cue Jeopardy music.
I know that's
it's too late for that.
Boom, boom.
Well, I have the Two of Pentacles upright. Uh-oh. I think this would be the Page or the Knight. It's got a shield on it. I don't know.
It's the Page.
Okay. I thought so with the book in a way. I thought
Yes.
so.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it was reversed, right?
yes.
Okay.
Ooh, but this is not reversed. It's the Wheel of Fortune upright. Well, let's see what Mr. O can add to this.
The Fox. And whips. Whips and brooms.
Well, if this is about what they think about the work you're doing, and I don't know, is this something where you just recently got a job? I can't remember.
C's opinion of them at work.
Right. So I can't remember if you just recently got a job and you're worried about their opinion. But at any rate, it looks as though, I feel like they feel like you're managing things fairly well, but that maybe you need to learn a little bit more. Maybe they're, so in other words, if you're not just starting out and learning the ropes, maybe they feel you need to challenge yourself more, that you're keeping everything together, but you need to challenge yourself more.
The opinion is mostly stable. They
Yeah.
sort of feel you as a stable person. You maybe are challenged by needing to learn things. It used to be the common wisdom was it takes about 2 years to totally get into your job. These days, employers expect you to get into your job in 2 months. So I don't know what to say about that. But this could be saying too that they feel like there's a give and take process going on here, and that you're on a high note at this point, that you are learning and that there are more challenges to come. So they want to emphasize, I guess, that you will always be learning stuff here.
I guess when I look at that Wheel of Fortune in this situation, I'm feeling as though they feel pretty confident about the future with you, at least or where things are heading.
Yeah.
They feel fairly confident. They just think that maybe either they need to give you some more challenges, or you need a little bit more challenges, or you need to maybe take some outside learning, that might supplement you in some way. And I look at that's the broom and the fox, and I think that might mean that, maybe you do need a little bit more of a push. Maybe they feel that you need this challenge, this push, maybe to even educate yourself more, in order to even be more successful on the job.
It's that, and also too, it may be that the nature of the job involves a certain level of moving forward in terms of cleverness too. Like maybe just they want to have more analytical skills or more analytical process that you'll get comfortable with, where you'll be able to make certain decisions or work certain procedures, more comfortably, because it is an extension of your knowledge in a way.
Well, that's an interesting thought. The other thing is that, about this is maybe they feel that you need to be more quick responding to things on the job.
Okay.
And I'm looking at that with that page of Pentacles there too. They
That's
would
probably
like
a better
you to
idea.
pick up the pace a little bit. I mean, they feel like you're doing pretty well at managing things, so maybe they feel you could pick up the pace a little bit more and do more. Is anything ever good enough at work, really?
Well, it's like
There's
I said
always
about,
somebody who feels you could do more, do things faster, etc. But all in all, SP, I'm just going to say there's no red flags here. If you're
No.
looking for a red flag, I'm not sure I see one.
I don't either.
Yeah. So
All right.
good luck with that.
Good luck, SP. And Kara is up.
Yep. Hey, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
iPhone. Wow. I don't even have an iPhone, but I do have an iPad. We love our iPads.
Well, okay. Let's find out. I'm going to use my Deviant Moon Tarot because you're such a deviant.
Well, let's see about this. How do you want to do it?
I want to do a yes or no, and then we'll go back and get more detail if we need
if
to.
we need it. Okay.
All right.
Well, let's see what's going on here. I wish you luck with that.
Yeah.
Just tell them all you want for a before Christmas is an iPhone. The song, All I Want for Christmas, all I want before Christmas is an iPhone, please. An iPhone, please.
All I want for Christmas is my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel.
All right. Oh, boy. I don't know what he's going to get. Let's see. Which deck is that? Oh, Deviant. Yeah.
Two aces. It's leaning towards yes.
Wait a minute. Hold that phone.
I didn't say what the other card was.
It's okay.
And the other card, of course, is the Six of Swords reversed. So that. But there's the fish and the sun. Well, fish kind of dry up and die in the sun. But we don't want that to happen, do we?
Kara, ignore that man. It's leaning towards yes. Now, it may not happen quite as soon as you would like, because there is this problem here. The Six of Swords shows that he might be a little stubborn. What?
Is he going to buy like a model you don't want, or the last year's model, or a used model?
It might take a little prodding to get him motivated to do it. But I mean, honestly, you've got the fish and the sun, which means he's going to put out, Kara. he's going to put out the money, and you will be very happy. So I like this. I think the reading is very, it's leaning towards. But remember, I feel there's a delay.
That's it. It's just a delay.
Yeah.
He's going to taunt you a little bit.
He's a bit stubborn, so you may have to do a lot of begging, pleading, prodding.
Promising a favor.
Yeah, I know, Sell your soul.
Oh, wait, you guys are Italian. Watch out with that.
Sell your soul. I don't know, but I do say, you got the fish here
Got
and
the
you've got
puppy
the
eyes.
sun. Whoops.
Got
and
those
that means
puppy
good
eyes.
things.
I like that, what Violet said.
So I don't think we need any more information than that. Good luck with that, Kara.
Good luck, Kara.
It's positive.
That was fun. That was fun.
You'll have to let us know when it happens.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be Christmas in October. All right, so we're on Foxy Empress, and I think they posted a question. I could be wrong. Or maybe Violet has it.
I know Foxy's right around here, too, so let's see.
Yeah, I know. I thought she was just on here.
Well, go ahead, Foxy. While I look, anyway, I don't remember if you posted.
Okay. All right, Foxy, go ahead and post.
We'll just give them a moment. And I'll be doing Lenormand. Remind everybody, Banshee's show, Material Matters, Sunday mornings. It's a pre-recorded show, but we are live in the chat room. So come and join us. We sip our coffee, or you can sip whatever you like, and we discuss the reading Banshee does for the elemental signs of the zodiac and have some fun along the way. That's Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. There's Foxy.
Okay.
How
should I do that? I'm inclined to do 2 and 2. But you know what? Let's do 3 cards because we should be able to tell.
Too much information.
No, I think it's fine, actually. Okay, what do you... Let's see. Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's Justice upright. The 8 of Pentacles is reversed. But the Ace of Cups is upright. Hi. I can't wait to see what you said uh-oh about.
Oh, we're sorry, Keely, but we have closed our list.
Yeah, the list is closed. It says right at the top of the screen there. Sorry.
So in Lenormand, this is interesting. I have the Rider and the Heart.
That's
Okay.
confirming some suspicions.
Go right
of
ahead then.
mine. Well, I'm almost thinking that you will move on from this. You know, and I think partially it may be because of you. You know, you're just going to be weighing the pros and cons of this. I mean, maybe this person might be too. Maybe it's one of you is weighing the pros and cons of this. It just seems like it's going to take some effort to really maintain this relationship and keep interest going. And it seems as if one of you might be looking for something new. I almost don't feel this. I mean, on one hand, if these were better, you know, if this was a better card here and this was a little less neutral, I might think that this might be the start of a great relationship. But I'm almost thinking and looking at this card here that the heart is moving on to something else. Is that your heart because you're just not so sure you want to settle for this person? Or is it, you know, is it him? Is it Dawson?
Well, the idea that the Eight of Pentacles is reversed maybe indicates somebody who can't work with you or isn't able to work with you. And is that because maybe they were already moving towards another relationship of their own? They might feel that they like you enough to want to be friends with you, or at least, neutral with you, is what I'm kind of getting. That maybe their heart is already going in another direction, and I feel like the Rider and the Heart could be confirming that as well. So they might be an okay friend, but maybe not much else.
Yeah, so I mean, when you're asking if this is somebody that was meant for you,
Not
I mean,
sure.
weigh this carefully. Weigh this carefully. You have to be willing to really want it, though, and desire it enough that you want to work towards, making this happen. Otherwise, it's like, it's time to move on. Either get this thing started, or maybe it's time to move on. The Rider in the Heart is here too, which almost means to me the feelings are moving. But are feelings moving in the direction of this relationship or not? That's my wonder about it.
And when we talk about what Spirit means for us too, Spirit means for us to learn things that challenge and are good for us. So we have to put it in a different context maybe than making you, feel attracted to somebody that isn't right for you. Maybe that's what the challenge is that you have to look deeper than that in a way.
I almost feel here it's not a matter that he's not right for you with what I'm seeing in the cards here, but also, how much do you want it? I mean, I have to throw that back at you too. This guy, he may be meant for you, but do you want it? Do you really want it? I just almost sense somebody's heart is wandering here, and whether it's his or it's yours is the question, I think, in this whole reading here. And if I look back at some of the stuff that you're saying here, you're just not sure. You're wondering if you can find somebody better looking or somebody maybe better suited to you. So maybe it is your heart that's not really totally, connected here. So decide. I think Justice is here to tell you decide. Decide where you want your heart to be. You want to make a go of this, or do you want to start a new relationship? So I wish you luck with that. All right. No, I don't blame you. I'm sure, that you would like to be, more intimate with somebody you are attracted to, not just as a friend. So, absolutely, that makes sense.
Tidal Wave Tarot.
Well, I wish you luck. I think it possibly could work out, but I almost feel like somebody's heart is wandering.
Exactly. But sometimes we can't get what we want.
If we try sometimes,
get what
you just
you
might
want.
find you get what you need. I love that
But
Rolling
if you try
Stones.
sometimes, you just might find. You just might find. You get what you need. Stick to your day job, Oberon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tricia. We are closed. The list is closed. Oh. The sign is gone. It was on top, but we had to close the list. I'm sorry. We will be back to answer questions Sunday, but be here early, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get in on the list. We fill up fast. And Saturday we're here for happy hour, but we don't take questions. We give a positive message at our happy hour show. Okay, I think who's up next is Title, am I right? It's
That is
Title,
correct.
I believe.
Tidal Wave asked, the uncle passed on Saturday and had to find out. Oh. Wait a minute.
My question is, will I get this job in the juvenile detention center?
So they didn't even tell you that your uncle had passed. That's crappy. You had to find out on your own.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. I'm sorry, Title. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so you want to know if you're going to get this job at the Juvenile Detention Center. They just called me today to put my profile together. Okay. Is it...
My deck.
Yes.
Alrighty. I'm going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot again. I like it. Oh, I get that too, because not maybe as extremely, but that happens to me too. Sometimes I'm the last one to find out something. I'm pretty estranged from my family. I'm trying to get better just because we're all older now, and I'm actually the oldest living person in the family now.
It's such a responsibility.
Well, I haven't stepped up to it, really.
Oh,
Have I?
no.
You're welcome,
Some of
Tyler.
that responsibility was taken from a younger person. But anyway.
So our first card is the reversed Nine of Wands. Then it's the upright Five of Pentacles. And then the reverse Six of Wands.
Gee, this does not look very positive. You know, I think you just got to prepare. If you want to turn this reading around to get the job, you got to make sure you show them you are fully prepared, okay? So whatever you're pulling together, you know, make it count to try to show, you know, that you are the right person, because you have to stand out. And with these Six of Wands is reversed. With the Six of Wands reversed, it's saying that could be a problem. What is this one again?
Five of Pentacles.
The Five of Pentacles, too. It's, you know, I'm wondering here if they're just wondering if you're going to be a good fit for this job or not. That may be the deciding factor here, which is why the more you can emphasize your strengths and your ability to handle this, the better. Because I have some positive Lenormand here despite this. So before you go read that, why don't you take a look at this and see if that helps you at all.
So there's our friends, the friendly financial fish, and the wacky bouquet.
You know, Title, I just want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, did you say you are inheriting everything from your uncle? Because this sure does sound like it's talking about a gift of money. You know, there's definitely a gift of money here. I just want to throw that out there, but you go, Mr. O. Tell me what you think of those cards.
The cards are kind of mystifying to me, too, because it almost sounds like maybe, you know, to some degree, they might feel you're the long shot, you know, the Five of Pentacles, you sort of don't fit. Maybe that reverse Six of Wands, nothing about you is looking very different to them. You're looking just like everyone else, perhaps. But the Nine of Wands, I know it normally says, like, when it's reversed, that maybe you feel like you can't go any further, but maybe they're looking at this too, at the idea that they want somebody who really does have more working against them. Maybe these other things are not necessarily negatives, even though they present that way, but maybe having somebody who doesn't stand out or doesn't quite fit in is more of an advantage to them. I won't delude you with the idea that that's the basis of them accepting you. I'm just thinking it is interesting for sure that those factors are out there. This is much more interesting to me because it does look like that sense of some kind of money coming towards you.
Yeah, and I see you saying a
This
pension
pension.
there, so it could be about the inheritance. Because I almost feel there's a real disconnect from these cards and the three. And you know, sometimes things just pop up in a reading for a reason. And I just remembered that. I knew there was something about your uncle. It was this idea you were getting some money. I have to just say one more time, when I look at these, I do feel there's a bit of a negative here, but I don't know So what I'm saying right now is the outlook is a little bit fuzzy on that. They are definitely, I'll tell you what they are looking for. They're looking for somebody that is prepared, that is totally prepared. So, to take on whatever these tasks are at this facility.
Could it mean that they're not prepared?
Well, could mean
Okay.
that it might be a while. Okay, I won't rule that out, that it might be a while before they get back with you. But they're also looking at, somebody who is going to fit in. And you have to really show that, because right now that's reverse, or that's
No,
upright.
it's upright.
And it's indicating that, and it might also be indicating, are you sure that this is a good fit for you? Is this really something you want? And that final card, again, you have to shine. You have to shine above the other candidates. So there could be there could be a reward if you do, of income, steady income, or as I said, this might be relating to your other, thing going on in your life right now.
Maybe that idea with the Five of Pentacles suggests that you don't necessarily want to change much of yourself to get a job. You don't want to have to play a part, look like you're more, something else that you're not. But that may be what will actually happen, is they'll want you to look or be a certain type for them. And so that's a challenge for you too, to figure out if you want that, if you could accept that.
Well, okay, I see you've got that. Okay, then if you feel you are qualified, so it's really up to them and how they're going to view what you're presenting to them. So I wish you luck. I think it's a little bit leaning towards the negative right now. But, it's possible, too, that things just might be delayed. So hang in there. Just be in it anyway and see where it takes you. Even if they don't accept you, you will learn a lot from this experience, and you need to go through it. And then maybe you can determine one way or another what you need to do to secure a similar job in the future if it doesn't work out. So good luck with that.
Good luck.
And I think we are on Florence. Yep.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome, Tayo. So sorry about your uncle, the way you had to find out. I mean, I knew you knew he was going to pass. Oh.
How's my guy? How's my guy? How's my guy? How are you? Oh.
We'll give Florence a moment, and do you want to make any announcements? I want to go get some.
No, I want you to make the announcements.
Oh, then you want to give me some water?
No, I don't want to do that either. So watch Oberon's Goth Tarot Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Find out what's going on the shadow side. I'm always mixing up the reading. My recent one is now using 3 cards from the Murder of Crows Tarot to set the tone and kind of show us what's going on around us. It's a good read. Check that out. Also, don't forget to watch The Emotional Exchanges, my other show, which is on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. And I will use the Modern Love Tarot, beautiful tarot deck, and also read an affirmation for the elemental signs of the zodiac. That's at 7 a.m. on Friday mornings. And we're still waiting for Florence, so I have a feeling that Violet should probably do the countdown.
Yes. All right. That leaves us with Tanya then.
And Tanya left their question.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Violet. We'll give you a moment to throw that out there.
Was that your deck or mine?
It's your deck.
Because I think I did the Lenormand. I had them right by me.
Yes, it's your deck.
Alrighty.
All right. So Tanya asked, will Adrian and I reconcile? We met in April, broke up yesterday, devastated. He's an Aries and I'm a Scorpio. Where have I heard that before?
Yes, and there's the Sun Man.
Where have I heard that before?
Ah.
But no, Tanya, I'm the Scorpio and she's the Aries.
Adrian and I reconcile.
So it's kind of like opposite genders for you guys. Aries and Scorpio tend to have some things that draw them together. They have a fiery spirit. They're both competitive. They can actually have a good relationship. Ours has lasted nearly 47 years.
Let's throw 3 cards. I mean, I was tempted to do a yes, no, but I think I want to do 3.
Hey, Sonny.
Oh boy. Well, we have the 8 of Cups upright. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords upright. And then we have the 10 of Swords reversed. Well, this is definitely a sad situation, isn't it? Let's see what. Oh,
Those
maybe
fish
not.
show up a lot.
Yeah.
The fish and the stars.
Well, I am so sorry about this breakup, and I just don't want to add to your tears or pain, but I have to really face the cards that we've gotten here. And, you know, the 8 of Cups is indicating that somebody is on a journey. You know, in other words, it sounds like somebody is moving on, you know, or thinking of moving on, if they haven't already. And there's heartbreak associated with this, you know. I feel that's you, you know. I feel that's the broken heart. This is clearly because a relationship has failed. The one caveat here is, and also, you know, the 10 of Swords is here, and the 10 of Swords, when it's upright, can indicate a betrayal or a feeling like you've been stabbed in the back. So in other words, that this just came out of the blue at you, you know, that maybe you just really weren't expecting this to happen. But it's reversed here, and I want to say that what this is saying is, you know, you probably could move on yourself now and do better. You could pick up the pieces and move on. I feel here your destiny may be out there still, you know. I see the stars here, and I see the fish, which is about abundance, lots of things out there. Now, I could look at this 2 ways, Tanya. I could, I'm sorry, Florence. I could
No,
say...
it's Tanya.
Oh, it is Tanya. No.
Florence never showed up.
I see. That's right, Florence was a no. Tanya. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I could look at this as saying, because I mentioned here how somebody's on a journey and moving on, and I feel that is the Aries. I feel here that maybe he is seeking out there somebody new, or maybe that he has found somebody new out there. I feel also, though, that this could be about you, and it follows with this 10 of Swords here reversed, that, you know, if you can just pick up the pieces, you know, certainly feel your grief and remorse. And hey, try to reconcile if that's your wish, you know. I'm not saying don't give that a shot. But, you know, this is saying you could pick up the pieces and start moving on with your life. There's something out there for you. I feel your destiny, your love, is your true love may still be out there.
this may have been a colloquialism you have heard over around here. We hear a lot. There's plenty of fish in the sea, you know. But I think that as a denouement, that works possibly for either of you. We don't really know that from what you said, but it may be possible that, like Banshee indicated, Adrian has moved on, has decided to abruptly break up with you for some reason we don't know. It could be that he is moving on and that maybe he is following his own sense of destiny towards another fish in the big blue sea, or not. That could be what we're seeing for you too, in the sense. The first cards are pretty accurate, that something changed, something pulled him away, and there was a breakup and a lot of heartache. The Three of Swords, there's no way it's not about a lot of heartache. But Banshee's right. Maybe it is a blessing in disguise. Maybe sometimes people reconcile after a serious mistake and are stronger than ever. I don't know that that's what's really in the cards here. I think it is really more about what you realize, your own personal epiphanies or evaluations of this afterwards, that will give you hope and help you move on.
And you know, the other thing is, if it's your destiny to be together, you will find yourself, you know, you will find each other again. But the point is, you need to move on with the cards that you were dealt. And I feel here, but, you know, take your time. Let your heart heal. Let your heart mend. You know, your pain is real. There's no doubt about that when I see the Three of Swords here. And that this was really hurtful. So I wish you lots of healing and success in the future. I feel like definitely there's something out there for you, you know. So don't, you know, bide your time, take it slow. That might give a chance for, you know, if there is going to be a reconciliation, for it to take place. But at some point, you really need to pick up and possibly move on. So good luck with that.
Good luck. Libra is up.
Libra is up.
What's coming towards Libra? All right. I'm going to use the star spinner again.
Okay. Hey, Flower Beauty, how are you?
Hi, Flower Beauty. And our list is actually closed.
Good to see you, though. Yeah, we had to close the list. We're getting towards the end of the show.
We're here on Thursdays.
Oh, yeah, we're always here on Thursdays.
It's our regular show.
Thursdays and Sundays for the questions, and of course happy hour on Saturdays.
All right, so Libra asks, what's coming towards them? I see, you're already a day ahead. That's right, because you're in India.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Whoops.
Okay, so Libra has the reversed Four of Wands. Thank you. We'll see you then. And the reversed Two of Coins. And then the Wheel of Fortune upright.
Well, that's good at least, because look what I got.
Hope to see you, Flower Beauty. Thanks for dropping in. the key and the mountain. First there is a mountain.
Well, Libra.
Then there is no mountain.
You've
Then
got
there
some
is.
stuff coming towards you. So the Four of Wands isn't all that bad, but it might indicate that, there's some things maybe that need to be addressed, some things that you need to take care of in order to make sure everything is happy joy, in your world. And it may, what is this one again? I'm sorry.
Two of Cups.
Two of Cups?
Coins.
Coins. And so see, it seems to me that you need to get a little bit more, you need to organize the chaos. It seems as though maybe some things are chaotic in your life right now, and you need to kind of try to get that back under your control,
Wheel of Fortune.
With the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. This could be a positive time for you. But, it's interesting to me because sometimes it's kind of funny seeing the Two of Pentacles here, this lack of balance. And of course, the Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. So, you've got to find the center here. You've got to find your center in order to make the most of a lucky period. And so you need to get things under control, and you need to take care of little things, maybe little things that are clogging the wheels. And I feel like, the key is to tackle the things that are blocking success.
I wonder if this is about you planning or anticipating an event of some sort. It may be, like one of the kids' birthdays or some sort of event maybe that has random possibilities about it. If it's not an event per se, it may be something that just randomly happens that you have to be prepared for a little bit. May find, it throws you off your game a little bit. But I think it's ultimately something that has some benefits. The Four of Wands reverse, maybe, I get the feeling like it concerns your family connections, whether it's family you know or family you feel. But I feel that whatever this opportunity is that maybe says some chances to rebalance things or to plan for something, it's going to be a little bit harder than you thought. And so you really do have to be organized, that maybe there might be some specific obstacles in the way of this thing, especially if it's random. If you just decide to suddenly do something, maybe you're going to suddenly decide you can take a trip somewhere or something like that, but there are just going to be some little difficulties that will be in the way. You'll have to iron all that out.
Yeah, this is kind of a strange reading for me. I feel that
it could be a couple things.
It could be a couple of things. I'm not going to go with specific on this. I like what you said, because clearly this could be about an event, or maybe this has something to do with your home environment, your foundation. I know you're still, you're settled there now, but, maybe there's some things that really need to be done, really need to get back into balance. And, it just seems like it's not right now. But, you can turn this around. Maybe that's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's saying maybe something fortuitous will happen where everything will just seem to fall into place. But I really feel the key here is you tackling the obstacles, doing the work you need to do to get to get things back into, get things back into balance.
Don't tackle the way Sunny tackles.
Boy, he comes here and his fur's already flying.
All right, Libra.
Flying, just like you.
Victoria is up.
Hey, Victoria. Sunny jumped back up here just for you, because he probably knew Toby was watching.
Hello, hello, hello. My good friend. Hello there.
Will either one of them pay off? Well, let's just see. All right. I don't know which one I want to use. I'm flipping. I'll do that one.
Oh, they like theirs. I usually turn it on for them in the morning, and him and Shadow like to play with it.
Yeah, we have one that runs on its own. We don't have to. It's not
Right,
human
it just flips
powered.
around. It's very random. They love it though.
Yeah. All right. They go, oh, that's cool. Must kill the little red dot. Yes. Well, it's a Ten of Wands upright. And we have the Queen of Swords upright. And we have the Nine of Pentacles upright. Kind of liking that.
In Lenormand, we have the moon. But
Oh,
we
good
also
grief.
have the clouds.
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty. Isn't that the case with speculative investments? So, you know,
I almost feel you might have to talk to an actual advisor, a financial advisor about this. But I do think that some of the idea is probably good. Maybe it's your intuition telling you that.
There's positive.
There may be something about a feeling that either one or the other is maybe not right and is something that is a burden in some way, because maybe there's costs to maintain the account that are going up, or maybe an advisor can help you out with that aspect. That's who I think the Queen of Swords is probably, that advisor type, the person who can tell you what the right choices are to make. The Nine of Pentacles really sounds like, how it may pay off.
Well, it's interesting because suddenly you've opened up another direction for me here.
I did?
You did, because, I was thinking of the Ten of Wands. Well, and maybe it fits in, and that's why, because now it just seems to fit. Because the Ten of Wands can be about burden, sure, and maybe you're thinking right now, gee, I could sure use some money. Money from this investment might help me right now with some of my financial situations. So you'd like to have that to alleviate your burdens. But there's another part to the Ten of Wands too, and it's saying maybe you need to get some financial advice, on this. Again, the Ten of Wands is about seeking out help. If the burdens become too heavy, seek out help or advice, or somebody who can maybe help you lighten that load. And that's where the Queen of Wands is, like Mr. O said, that maybe this person can help you figure out.
Swords.
Or Queen of Swords. Did I say Wands? I meant Swords. This person can help you figure out, what the logical steps are, and if this really is going to pay off for you long term, or if maybe it's time to, call it in or move it somewhere else, if that's even possible. But look at that. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles seems to indicate to me that, this may end up paying off for you in some way, or provide you with some comfort and security, a sense of, a safety net or security.
I agree with all that, and you indicate one is from a family inheritance, so that's interesting. I hope this can work out. Now, I'm a little more puzzled with the moon and the clouds, because I think the moon does talk about success for the most part, and or material success, but the clouds could just be saying that there are some questions around that, clouds in the coffee, some things that are not clear. Well, even black coffee isn't clear, but, I digress there. The idea that, there's just more to find out or to navigate through, and you will probably need some better, advice than we might be able to give, or that you can give on your own.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the moon because it's not the tarot moon, but yet I want to feel that maybe there is confusion as to whether there's you need to clear up this confusion. You need to find out once and for all if this is going to pay off for you long term or not. I think that's maybe why the clouds are here. And so in other words, you know, you need to clear up the confusion to find out if this is successful and possibly get an outside opinion on this. That's what I really think.
Should we go into financial advice?
What do you mean?
There would be a consultant fee for
Oh,
us.
well, I may have a reading on investments, Victoria. I'll have to look at that. I'm not really sure. I may have a spread about that.
Well, good luck with that. We hope that pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. But definitely try to talk to somebody in the know. I mean, if because I know okay, so you can't move oil wells, etc. But I guess you could sell it off, right? And I think you might have mentioned a long time ago to me something about these investments that was somebody trying to or wanting you to sell them to them or something. So yeah, I would get some advice.
There's nothing really red flaggish about that. So probably advice will serve you better, but probably there might be some gains to be made or something positive to happen from that.
Good luck with that.
And we will too.
And we're on Fire Spawn, and then we'll be on Violet Lotus.
All
Hi,
right.
Fire Spawn.
Oh, really?
Ah, okay, see. I remembered that. After you mentioned the oil and gas, so yeah. Well, that Nine of Pentacles is definitely a positive sign.
I agree. And I'm just checking to see if I can see if Firestorm left us a question.
Oh, I am thirsty today.
I don't remember where they came in. There it is.
Ah,
I'm like number 12. Okay.
thank you.
What do you got?
We love our kitties too. All right. Well, let's Fire Spawn. If you're here, type your question now. Let
We'll
us
give them just a
know.
couple moments. I'll mention that we're back Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 for this show, the regular live stream where we answer your questions. But in between there, we will be back for the happy hour Saturday at 10 a.m. So you can check that out.
And next Thursday will be our last live show for about a week. We'll be back on the 20th of
August.
Of August. Can't believe it's August already. That was crazy. So we'll be back on August 20th for our Sunday live show.
During the week off, I think we're going to still have some of our other media available, the cards of the day and stuff like that.
On social media.
Not all the other YouTube programs, most likely. And I think we can move on from Firestorm.
Yeah, you can count, Violet. And then we'll do your question.
And I will be right back.
All right, Violet, lay it on us. Ah.
That's very interesting.
That is interesting.
We have some occasional little shadow creatures we see, but we don't think they're
I don't think anything recently, though, has been happening
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Although I had a mysterious occurrence happen today. So, which I think is related to my aunt whose birthday is tomorrow.
I think it's related to you just wanting to be mean sometimes.
My late aunt. I thought of it.
We will now explain.
It was sitting down here for a long time. You wouldn't have happened to move it from here. It was here. And I think it was because I had given it to you once upon a time and I never got it back. I've seen it here.
Just before the show started, there was a sullen Mr. O who was accused of moving Aunt Mary's precious rosary.
I don't even know if it's hers. It could have been my mom's.
Well, it was somebody's rosary.
But I always say a rosary for my family members who passed. And on their birthdays and on their day of death, if I know it. And so my Aunt Mary's birthday is tomorrow.
Fire Spawn's back.
Oh. Fire Spawn. We were about to go to Violet Lotus's question. Well, let's let him come in. Let's do it.
Okay, we can...
Now give me time to tell this story. And so what happened is the case for the rosary appeared on the table. Now, I when I was here, one thing I noticed before I left the room was a deck of his that I wasn't sure he was going to use. The rosary was not here. I am positive of that. I am so positive of that.
She said I moved it there, and I know
I
did it.
the rosary was here. And I'm like, where did that come from? And so it's just a reminder to me that I have to do that rosary for my dear aunt tomorrow.
Okay, Fire Spawn, interesting question. Is it my deck or yours? Why don't you save your deck for Violet?
Yeah, it was your turn anyway. I used my deck for Victoria.
Okay, so I'm going to use the final Rose Tarot.
It's very weird. But I'm not surprised that my aunt's giving me a message. I also have an important doctor's appointment tomorrow on her birthday that I'm worried about. So I think it's very interesting, and I'm going to be praying for my aunt tonight.
Okay, Firespawn asks, can the cards tell them about the connection between them and the Pisces from our past lives? Does it reflect us now in the present? Okay, interesting question.
It'd be the anniversary, the 99th anniversary of my aunt's birth tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
1999.
And she left the world in 1997.
Yes. She was my favorite of her aunts. I liked all her aunts, really, though.
And I'm the one who found her because we were taking care of both my mom and my aunt, and I'm the one who found her dead in between her bedroom and her dining room. Oh, wow. It was a year.
Okay, Firespawn. Our first card is the King of Wands. It says Executive Producer. The next card is the Queen of Swords, and it's reversed. And then the final card is the Sun upright. And of course, this is tying in with a reality dating game, so we have some different, attributions, but those are what those cards are.
You'll have to go through those again for me because I was just thinking of something here when you said the sun.
So there's another sun for ya. And the garden. Okay, so King of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Sun. I really do think there is some sort of karmic connection here. Or certainly something is very charismatic and charming between you guys. Something really is drawing you. But maybe the sense of karma or destiny is tied up in the next card, the Queen of Swords reversed. And maybe if there was a past life, maybe something separated you in that past life. But that's why you shouldn't have been. That's why the connection was so strong. And maybe this life is a possibility of moving towards something very sunny, very happy.
I feel like maybe whatever happened in your past life, it was a very romantic relationship. That's the Ace of Cups there?
No, that's the sun.
Oh my God, that's the sun. Even better, there was something very romantic. There was something, and I almost feel like timeless because the sun is timeless, when you think about it, how long the sun's lifespan of a sun is. There's a very timeless connection, which may be why you might be so connected and attracted to each other, or even maybe this attraction was so strong in this past life. That's why there is there's something to it now, and that again is the
Queen of Swords, which Victoria's pointed out says the bitch at the bottom.
Well,
thank you, Victoria.
The Queen of Swords reverse can be that maybe somebody is possibly in this life for whatever reason. I feel kind of putting up some blocks or barriers here, Maybe this intensity is so strong that, they feel like, whoa, I don't know if I can deal with it.
Well, remember, I thought that this pertained more to the fact that in a past life, maybe something did separate them.
Oh, that I can't rule that out, but it might also be that, that maybe that this Queen of Swords is an outside influence.
I was told that the Pisces was my husband who killed me in a past life. I'm not sure if that's showing in these cards. Well, I guess it depends on what you believe. This may be only talking about some of those more superficial aspects. There was great attraction, but something did...
something did separate you.
Death could be a separation, and it is the Queen of Swords.
I wouldn't have gone with death, and I see nothing here that's that dramatic.
Right.
And I have to say, did you just share one past life together, or did you share more than one? I think it might be possible that you may have shared more than one. I feel here that the reason for that is I see the garden and the sun. And again, we talk about the sun as being timeless. Maybe your connection with this person is pretty timeless. I'm not saying that you've seen each other in every life you've led, but I feel here that maybe that you have seen him in more than one lifespan. And maybe you were not necessarily lovers in all of these lifespans, but I feel like, in some way you were in each other's lives in these lifespans.
I'm no expert on past lives. None of us are, probably. I think the whole idea about past lives is so ubiquitous that we can't necessarily say or believe that there's only ever one soulmate with possibility of hundreds or many past lives, that maybe there are many people who are soulmates and who play different roles. And so it could be that this person was there for a specific reason, but they may not be the soulmate, or they may just be somebody who you are bound to and will, meet again and again.
To answer your question there, it's a good question. Ended differently in each life, I think that's highly possible. Maybe in one life you were actually related. Maybe you were brother and sister or uncle or, maybe a grandparent. It's possible that things were totally different because in each life we're supposed to learn different lessons, aren't we? And so our connections with others too, and the roles that they play in these lives may not be of a lover.
We've had our status as siblings in some of our past lives verified by independent regression people. Another person said that my son was my father in a past life, and now we've reversed the roles, So anything is possible if you believe that.
So I think that you are strongly attracted to each other because there is this connection that has happened over time. And it hasn't necessarily always been a love connection, but, there's a strong connection here. something did rip apart you in one life. If that's the death, it could be, but it could just be too that,
Something
you
part of
know.
you, or the balance of lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel, that this person was connected to you in a past life, and it was probably a very strong connection.
Well, I'm glad you made it back so we could give you this reading, Fire Spawn. I hope that gave you some information.
Alrighty.
That's right. I can't really determine how many. Perhaps some other psychic medium might be able to do that. But I'm not sure I would be able to see that in the cards.
Yeah, we had to go to somebody who worked specifically with past life regressions.
All right, Violet.
You're welcome. Hope that made sense in a way.
I don't know that you have to type that again.
I'll find it.
So basically, you were asking about. Oh, I see. But Beatrice came in. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Hope you have a lovely weekend as well, Beatrice.
What is going on with my mediumship? Okay, and I remember
Yeah.
the previous things.
So that got us talking about the craziness that happened to me. Yes, I'll get a
Right.
deck.
Your Aunt Mary.
I think I want to use the Clarity Tarot again for you, Violet. Let's see.
Wow.
Honestly,
What a night, eh?
I was talking to my aunt. I do this, I just talk. And I did this earlier today and said, I wonder if you can't put my mind at ease a little bit about my appointment tomorrow on your birthday. I said, or just give me a sign that things are going to be better, And this happened with the rosary, and I'm just kind of flipping out over it. But Mr. O did not like to be blamed for it, and maybe it wasn't him.
It wasn't. I never saw it. When I saw that sitting on the table, I didn't even know what it was.
Right by your deck.
I know,
and
but I didn't remember.
I know.
I didn't remember that
But
it was
I mean,
a rosary
I
note.
saw the deck alone before I left the room. And I know this because I was thinking about the deck and telling you to move
Somebody's trying to drive each of us crazy.
it. It is a nice deck.
It's Sonny did it. See, he's sitting right where it was at. He did it.
All right, let's go. Well, it's not the star. It's the Ten of Pentacles upright.
Aw, it's Papa.
Sonny's guilty. Maybe.
Guilty.
Maybe he was looking for the gel down there. The Eight of Wands.
That's
is
right. There's a
upright.
catnip flavored.
Everything is
hairball
upright,
medicine.
Violet. That's the good news. And it's the Two of Pentacles. This is really interesting. I think that, as far as your psychic mediumship working... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The ship. Come sail away. Come sail away. The tower. Well, maybe not so fast.
Ah! It's a solitary voyage.
Oh.
Well, anyway, the Ten of Pentacles, I feel here that, maybe Uncle Alan has something to do with this. I don't know. You're feeling that it's connected with this moving the spirit on. I get that. Maybe it cleared some things away. But, it also seems like there's something that could be coming from your ancestral lineage, that might be helping you here. There is definitely a lot of energy. Look at that Eight of Wands, I feel here that you can now direct it. And, and look, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which indicates things are starting to balance more. And so now you can direct that energy, in the way that you want to.
The Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, I think this relates to the spiritual family that's around you, whether it's
Okay.
Uncle Alan or all the other spirit partners you've worked with that you've mentioned to us, or different people. That whole network, maybe there's ancestors in there too. That's there for you. And I think that being there for you and your realization and whatever is a breakthrough, you made the mark. You know, the Eight of Wands is always about reaching a point, you know, and of course all that energy stuff that we're talking about too. And of course this will work for your complete balance and integration with that stuff. You know, there's always issues on the side of your life, but in terms of this stuff, finding this mark, finding this acceptance, finding this thing really balances you.
Well, you know what else I see in these cards, which is really interesting to me, because you asked if that was key, moving that spirit on, and maybe it was. Maybe you moved the spirit on to reconnect where they need to be, you know, back out in the spirit realm, and you know, the energy moved. You directed yourself. You were able to move this on. And, you know, you realize now, you know, and it's brought things more back into balance. You suddenly feel like, hey, maybe I'm more in control of things now. Everything is balancing out. And the other reason I'm saying that is it's a solitary journey. It's like maybe you sent the spirit off on their journey.
Well, I'm looking at that too as a metaphor for what your question is about too, as you've moved into this too, that this is clearly what that is, that not everybody has mediumship abilities, and so to some degree it's your own path.
Well, I think
it's a path that's sort of separate from the human path.
I think what it's also saying, since the Tower can be kind of a work-related card, you know, that you're now able to, you know, work and move things forward now. You are definitely, you know, going to be able to do, you know, it's back. I just think it's back. Yeah. I like this. How
Very
awesome.
nice.
You know, and remember, now I don't know about you, Violet, but this is the time of year. It usually starts happening to me in mid-August and moving into September especially. Those 2 months for me are when I really feel a veil thinning and I start dreaming more and just things start happening for me.
I got two more things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we said that this was like moving towards a mark, a target, a point. Well, that's the ship too in a way too. You're moving towards something. So they're both parallel there.
True that.
But then the ship is number 3 and the tower's 19. Added together, it's 22, another angel number.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Nice, Mr. O. Hey, fist bump city. All right. All right, well, we're ending on that note and want to thank everybody for a great time. Some interesting readings today, absolutely. I hope everybody enjoyed them. Come to happy hour on Saturday. We won't take your questions, but you'll get a positive message from Spirit. We love doing that for everybody. And come to Sunday and next Thursday's show, because after that, we're taking a week off. So do be here and hope to see you guys soon.
All
Take
right.
care. Have
Bye-bye.
a great one. Bye-bye.